Today I'm going to teach you how to stop a domino wall from falling. This is a really useful technique to know just in case of emergency. When you're building a domino structure, one single mistake could cause the entire thing to topple. However, a domino wall is unique. It's the only type of structure that you can actually stop mid-falling if you can react quick enough. And this will be really useful in saving you time and frustration during your build. So here's how it's done. Let's say this wall accidentally started falling from the blue towards the purple. What you're gonna do is take your finger, and before it gets to this point, you're going to apply a lot of pressure on a domino on the top layer. Then when it falls, it's gonna stop falling at that point. And from this point, you're gonna need to maintain pressure on the top layer of the wall until you rebuild the edge into a pyramid at least. But you can't leave your finger there forever. So either with your other hand or a friend to help you out, grab a flat object like a field starter and a weight. So at a further point than where you're pressing down on the wall, you're going to place that flat object carefully on the top layer of the wall, and then you're going to balance the weight on top of that. Then you'll be able to remove your finger and a little bit more will fall, but it should stop at the weight. And from there, it'll be a little bit of a game of operation, but you can carefully rebuild the wall from that point. And that'll be a lot quicker than it would be to rebuild the entire wall from scratch. All right, let's see if I can pull this off. Okay. There we go. All right, now that we successfully stopped the wall, we can carefully rebuild this edge into a pyramid, and then we'll be able to remove the weight. There are a lot of dominoes that are going to be very precarious, and we're going to have to carefully wiggle dominoes back in place underneath all of these dominoes that are sticking out. So with this one, I had to lift it up just a little bit as I pushed the new one underneath it. And this one was just sticking way out. I'm just gonna swing it back around. And get it up and on top of that one. If you scooch dominoes around, make sure to push them towards the base. If you push them towards the top, there's a huge risk that you'll tip it into the wall. Now, when you pull dominoes that are in the wall, you gotta be very careful about what it's gonna do to the other dominoes that it's attached to. So this one wants to swing. This one on the left wants to swing. So I'm gonna hold it back. This is looking crazy precarious right here. Can't wait to get to that one. I think I'm gonna try to rotate it back to the left before I have to put this one back in. Yes. And I could even over-rotate it a little so that I can place that. And now I can lift and push it back on top. Woo! That was the most stressful one. The other ones don't look as bad. So same for this one, I want to twist it a little bit out of the way so that I can place the one underneath it, but it wants to tug this one with it, so I'm gonna hold that back, yeah. And now I can probably get this in. And then go back. Now this one's not really, I don't feel like I don't need to twist that out of the way because there's not too much around it. And I feel like I can just push up a little bit if I need to. Yeah, push up a little so that I can slide this one in. Yep. Now this one looks like it's actually cocked up a little bit, so I might be able to just slide it right in. Yep. Alright, so now we're at the point where every domino has a domino underneath it to support it. So we can remove this weight and everything will stay put. Alright, here we go. Amazing. We did it! Alright, from this point on, you're just rebuilding the wall just as if you were building the wall to begin with. And we're done. We just saved over 1,000 dominoes from being toppled. That's a couple hours of work, and that is a huge deal during a domino build. Before you go, I have one more really cool idea for an experiment. Alright, so I really want to know exactly how much weight it's going to take to stop the wall from falling. Leave a comment below what your guess is, and then we'll see if you're right or not. So I've lined up 100 grams, 200 grams, 300, 500, and 1 kilogram, which is what we did before. And I'm going to topple it from this side to this side and see where it stops. Alright, let's topple this. No way. Really? Wow, 100 grams, I'm actually really surprised by that. To be honest, I did make a mistake off camera while I was trying to reset it, but then it stopped at the 200 grams point, of course. I would recommend you do 200 grams anyways, just to be extra safe. And theoretically, if you were going to build a really long wall, like let's say maybe the Guinness World Record for the longest domino wall ever, you might want to use this as a fail-safe. Now, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I don't do domino tutorials very often, but if you want to learn more about how to build dominoes and the correct techniques, I posted a domino building guide as well as a machine building guide on my website. There's a page called Build Your Own with a lot of resources, including those building guides, recommended materials, and more. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and smash subscribe to join the reaction so you can see more amazing domino art.